am Olamide Oyani, and this is Enterprise Headline News. The Nigerian government plans to borrow more from foreign sources in 2019 in order to rebalance the ratio between foreign and domestic debts. The Debt Management Office, which disclosed this in its Strategic Debt Management Plan 2018 to 2022, said it planned to attain 40% on foreign debt component of public debt by December 2019. According to Debt Management Office, the move towards contracting more foreign debt is to take advantage of cheaper lending rates abroad and a bid to free the local debt market to enable the private sector to access more funds. Nigerian current total debt of 22.3 trillion naira as of June 30th is composed of 15.63 trillion naira local debt and 6.75 trillion naira foreign debt. To achieve the target of 40% foreign debt, the country therefore will need to increase foreign borrowing by another 10% in the next 18 months. The plan hopes to keep the share of debt maturing within 1 year as a percent of total debt portfolio at not more than 20%. The Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, has said the Nigerian government is committed to diversifying the nation's energy mix through renewable energy. The current component of the power grid consists of gas-fired power and hydropower. However, Fashola said the government was targeting an energy mix with 30% of renewable energy by 2030. The minister spoke on Monday at the 2018 pre-conference workshop of the Nigerian Association of Petroleum Explorationists in Lagos. He said the government has matched its intent with actions such as the signing of 14 solar power purchase agreements with 14 developers with the potential to deliver over 1,000 megawatts of solar power. And in Africa, South Africa's main opposition party has called for an independent inquiry into a $36,000 payment made to a fund that financed President Cyril Ramaphosa's successful campaign for leader of the African National Congress last year. Ramaphosa, who has staked his reputation on rooting out corruption, told lawmakers this month that the 500,000 rand payment by facility management firm African Global Operations was for consulting work done by his son. On Friday, Ramaphosa said he had inadvertently misled Parliament and that the money was used to support his candidacy in the ANN leadership race, which he now narrowly won last December. The disclosure is uncomfortable for Ramaphosa as he's trying to restore public confidence in the ANC ahead of a national election next year. His spokeswoman said he had done nothing illegal or irregular. Kenya has pumped $300 million into the market to protect its shilling against soaring dollars. Analysts predict that the shilling could hit 105 units to the dollar by the year ending. The Central Bank of Kenya is therefore engaged in periodic interventions to limit the shilling's movement. The intervention has so far seen the country's foreign currency reserve dropping to $8.15 billion as at the end of last week from $8.4 billion at the start of October. The reserves are expected to drop further at the close of business on Friday, following the pressure the shilling has faced this past week. Last Thursday, the shilling weakened to a near 10-month low due to imported demand, especially from oil companies. Commercial Bank quoted the shilling at 103.25 over 25 in early trade, a level last seen mid-January this year when it traded at 103.15 over 25, according to data from Refinitiv. And on foreign scene, Asian stock markets in Europe was expected to follow pressure by sharp losses on Wall Street as technology firms tumbled on worries about slacking demands. The dollar sagged after weak US data further sapped confidence in the currency, while oil prices slipped despite expected OPEC supply cuts. Tech stocks were under pressure across Asia following US losses. In Seoul, Samsung Electronics fell 2%, and SK Hynix Inc. dropped 3.5%, while Japan's Tokyo Electron was down 1.8%, Advantest lost 2.7%, and Sony Corp shed 3.1%. US stocks came under heavy selling on Monday, with Nasdaq tumbling 3% as investors dump Apple, Internet and other technology shares. conflicting signals between the United States and China on their trade dispute added to caution. Global stock markets have suffered a sharp shakeout in the past 2 months, pressured by worries of a peak in corporate earnings growth, rising borrowing costs, slowing global economic momentum, and international trade tension. Trillions of dollars will wipe off equity in a particular torrid October month. Moving down to sports, English soccer clubs below the Premier League have concluded a domestic broadcasting deal worth £595 million over the next 5 years. The deal made by the English Football League with Comcast-owned British pay TV operator Sky Sport was announced on Monday and represented a 30% increase in its current arrangement. It came out, however, despite opposition from some clubs who wanted to split the rights packages. Although it underscored the value of English 3 professional division below the Premier League, the figure of $120 million per season is 10 times less than the sum brought in by the Premier League in its most recent domestic broadcasting deal. English Football League Chief Executive Sean Harvey said the deal allows the club the benefit of financial security, which was an absolute priority for them throughout this process. And that's it on Enterprise Headline News for today. For more information, you can visit us on our website www.enterprisenetwork.africa and all our social media platforms available for your personal consumption. Many thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Olamide Oyani, and this is Enterprise Headline News.